Friends, I want to invite you to a very special virtual tour that I'm doing this Sunday. We'll be exploring in depth the roots, the humble beginnings of Israel's army, the IDF, and we'll learn about how it became one of the strongest armies in the entire world, despite the fact that Israel is one of the tiniest countries in the entire world. Join me. You can sign up at israel5.org/tour. We will also have the great honor an opportunity to hear live from an active IDF soldier during the virtual tour. And also, for those who really love Israel in 5, you can hear a very, very special new offer that we have to share with you all. Hope to see you there. Israel5.org/tour to sign up. Over the past few days, there have been unprecedented Israeli military strikes all over the country of Syria. Why is that? What's going on? What is it all about? Let's find out. Friends, this is Akiva Gersh with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please share them in the comments. And if you want to keep the conversation going, do that there as well. So why is Israel bombing literally all over Syria? Why have there been unprecedented military strikes from the Israeli Air Force all over Syria over the past few days? Well, of course, it's connected to the overthrow of the Syrian government that we saw in recent days, and this lightning speed radical change that is happening in Syria. As we know, a couple of weeks ago, rebel groups started to attack the Syrian government's army soldiers in various regions, cities, and places, and very quickly overtook these places, overtook Aleppo and other places, and eventually overtook Damascus, the capital of Syria. This happened very, very quickly, and this was a reigniting of the civil war that started in 2011, but for many, many years has been basically asleep, so to speak, has been slumbering, if we can say such a thing. We haven't heard news from the civil war in a very, very long time, and literally in just a couple of weeks, everything changed, everything shifted. The rebel groups regrouped as a result of all the reasons we shared in a previous video this week. And they overwhelmed and overcame and overthrew the government and its forces, and now they are the ones who are in charge. So why is Israel doing what it's doing over the past few days? How has this led to the actions of Israel? It's important to know that Israel is striking at all of Syria's military assets. Uh, whether it's the Air Force, whether it's the Navy, whether it's tank, whether it's ammunition, whether it's chemical weapons production facilities, whether it's warehouses that store missiles, whether it's manufacturing plants creating missiles. Literally, military assets of all kinds have been targeted by the Israeli Air Force in recent days. And to date, today, Israel has destroyed about 80% of Syria's military and their assets in recent days. We haven't seen anything like this ever. And why is Israel doing this? Because of who's in charge now, because of the rebel groups that have overthrown the government, the rebel groups that have taken charge. We still don't know what it's going to be. We don't know yet what Syria is going to look like. We don't know what kind of people they are going to be as they lead this country forward. We don't know what kind of leadership they're going to have, but we definitely do have hints. We do know that the ones in charge, the leader, in fact, had ties to jihadist terrorist organizations in the past, like Al Qaeda. They are jihadists in their philosophy and their theology. They want to reestablish an Islamic and Islamist caliphate in the land of Syria. They see Syria and Damascus as central to that, essential to the Islamist jihadist cause. And we have already seen videos come out of Syria where there are rebels calling for the overthrow of Israel, that they're coming on their way to Jerusalem from Syria. They will be coming to Jerusalem next. So Israel has many reasons to be worried and careful and make sure that these military assets that the Syrians built up over decades and decades with billions and billions, tens of billions of dollars, much of it coming from Iran. They've built this military machine up over the years and over the decades. Israel wants to make sure and needs to make sure that these military assets do not fall into the hands of these rebels, because if they do, who knows how they will use them and how it will affect Israel. So Israel is taking care of things in a proactive way, and literally over just a few days, Israel has destroyed, as I just said, 80% of the Syrian military. That's Air Force planes, that's tanks, that's their naval fleet. We've never seen such a thing. This is unprecedented. The Israeli Navy has never done something like this before, where they went into a foreign country and just basically destroyed their navy completely. And that's exactly what we're seeing. There are pictures coming out of it. There's news reports, of course. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of targets around Syria have been bombed and attacked by the Israeli Air Force. And it really is a show of Israel's strength, know-how, and ability to reach into enemy territory and do what it needs to do in order to protect itself and its citizens. And it's an incredible thing to see. There is some, of course, kickback from some in the international community, but some of our friends like the US and the UK fully understand what we're doing and they give us our support. Because let's be honest, this is good for the world. Nobody, no one in the world wants jihadists to have this kind of access to this breadth and depth of military assets. So what Israel is doing is not only good for it, it is good for Europe, it is good for America, it is good for the world. So that's the update from here in Israel, in the Middle East, and why Israel is doing what it is doing. And what it is doing is very, very good. All the best and be well.